Search, Roy. Search. Yeah. All right.
Crazy, we at the top and we never gonna stop. Hopping the ghost, I'ma get crazy. I just got off with a jet and I cry. I win it, alhamdulillah. I be on go cause I come from the shot. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the lots. Shot back, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Ushu Benton, I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi rolling, we been working overtime. The witness, the police, the pigs, I don't eat swine. Son of Jacob, this flip, call my flow the holy sky. Save money ground up in the gutter where they found dust. Stones in the faint mouth rush. More vacays, more bus, more race, more foreign trucks, more on the tour bus, more pour cup. Toast to the winners, throw it up.
You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck, holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, I look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game.
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Los Angeles Chargers. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Right to the air. Here's Murray. And his first look is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Murray looking downfield for Godwin. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Crowd getting in a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. To throw is Murray. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way you wanted to start this ball game as he brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no Madden in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking for the out route. He's got his man. It's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down just shy of 40.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, to get him back up, he just stuck out there, and he just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Carr now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. To throw is Carr. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Touchdown run. And the Chargers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Returning from his end zone is Ty Johnson. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have it in, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Throwing now is Murray. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
We saw these guys have some big plays in their wild card win last week, and they're certainly going to need to continue to put up plays like we just saw there if they hope to continue to move on in these playoffs.
They'll try and run forward Barkley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Another try for Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Gano's kick is good, and but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Charger drive about to get going. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any words with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And he's going to burn his way forward to the 48. 49 yards on the ground for him so far. So they're making a real first-quarter statement with the run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Got his target, Samuel. And he goes down, but not before getting his inside the 25. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shot the D and rip off a pretty big play. On first down, Carr. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Mitchell is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Here's Mitchell. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
How about that stand defensively? The sticks were moving against them. First down after first down was being piled up. They had driven all the way down the field, and then they ran into a wall on 3rd and goal. Nice job regrouping. Very impressive.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And the defense closes quickly there, and will get maybe a yard to the 33. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
A first down kick, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. Now they have the extra point. It's is up and good, and that makes it 17-3. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you enter the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not have the balls go through goalposts.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley, and able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Here's Murray. Able to connect with Dotson. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Murray's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll go to Barkley again. 66 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
That one complete out to Dotson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. Then he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Barkley, inside handoff. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Saquon Barkley taking it in from the 20. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Extra point try good by Gano. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sideline.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Allen! A great effort there. 76 yards. Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Oh, this is blocked. And now the Dolphins, well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. Well, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection led to the block.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Carr now on 1st down. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Amari Hooker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. But Charles, I know you appreciate seeing this great defense, especially with the heightened intensity of the postseason. These 2 defenses, they have risen to the occasion to force back-to-back interceptions.
You know me well, Brandon. I always stand with my fellow defenders. And I love watching them make plays, and you nailed it. It's playoff time. This is when it matters most.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray down inside the 10. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Flush to his right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
But sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he shows that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Well, you're down there really close, but just second quarter here. What are you doing?
Well, I know that your offense offense is looking at the sideline saying, let's go for it. But reluctantly, take him off the field, bring out the field goal kicker. A lot of time left in this game. Get 3 points on the board.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Gano out to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Card out a throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Carr. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And some space here. Finding room in midfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Carr completes it. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
From the 22, Carr. And this is Carr. He's got a touchdown. Deebo Samuel, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game decent, the kind of throws you got to hit is wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him. First thing.
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a 1st down.
Broke the 1 tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Murray to air it out again. Being chased out left. And it'll be intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it up. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Carr's throw taken in by Samuel. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. First down, here's Mitchell. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
These are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
Steps away. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Murray going to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one drops in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. Buying time to his left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage and he goes down right there. Jalen Hawkins is there to bring him down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Throwing on first down, it's Carr. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Murray now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. T.J. Green with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have this short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. One side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon, as he ran off the field after making that play.
And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards. They'll run with Mitchell. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Elijah Mitchell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Murray. And my goodness, another interception. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Another run with Mitchell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less. Now they'll throw with Carr. And it's caught. Touchdown. Third touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Chargers are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Roquan Smith.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. Remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back and get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Charger drive about to get going. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 91 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw his car. He's got a man, it's his fullback. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here, some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level of what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. The offense on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Here's Murray from midfield. He's going to let this one go deep. And this one is incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
He's going to try and go deep again. Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Complete, it's Dotson. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Throwing on first down is Murray. Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Dolphins. Rashard Higgins. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's got it in the end zone. Bit of a surprising call here, down by as many as they are, but the fake works, and they'll get 2 points closer instead of 1. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. See what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Play action. Now it's Carr. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. They run over center with Mitchell. Oh, he's got a little down. Taking it right down Broadway. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Elijah Mitchell with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
You want to call me? It takes me back.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several. He's got it in, complete. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here.
We don't got to.
Murray now on 1st down. This is caught. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. And it's incomplete. So now only 7 seconds remain.
What about her? I said we leave her. I said we take care of it. I'll take care of it. For sure. You got a game like
Goodell now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
What time you want to go
This will
around?
be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
GG's, brother.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. And they have secured a spot in the conference